it's hard for me to pin it down to 5. So, but I did recently on YouTube, on Facebook, talk about a few of the recordings that jump-started me, and I mentioned a few of them earlier. So maybe I'll go with that. All
Okay.
right. So Charlie Parker, Bud Powell, Curly Russell, Art Blakey, Round Midnight, Birdland, 1950. My choice for the single most astonishing jazz recording ever, although there are others. With that, I could put a number of Art Tatums, a number of Louis Armstrongs, but just for that period, let's go with Bird. Because not only is Bird play the most amazing solo, but Bud Powell is just what he does on that one is just otherworldly. It's really too much. Anyway, and then there are many other things by Bird. I listen to Bird a lot on YouTube. Either of those Charles Mingus recordings on Candid that Nat Hentoff produced. They really just stirred me when I was 15, 16, and they still sound great. They sound better now that I know what I'm listening to. Those are evergreens for me. So that's 2 of them. Coltrane has to be in there, and I can only go with, and there are many things by John Coltrane, but the first one that I heard was the record Soul Train with the solos on Good Bait, and I Want to Talk About You, and those things with Red Garland, Paul Chambers, and Arthur Taylor. My first Sonny Rollins record, I'd say Sonny Rollins has been a personal hero for me, as I know for you, for many, many years, actually over 40. And the first recording of his that I heard was Work Time, which was his first recording after he joined Max Roach and Clifford Brown in December of '55, with Ray Bryant, George Morrow, and Max Roach. And in specific from that, Paradox and There's No Business Like Show Business, particularly the latter. And again, these are just what I started with. And then the fifth one, let's say Monk, In Walk Bud from Live at the 5 Spot with Johnny Griffin, Roy Haynes, and Ahmed Abdul Malik. In Walk Bud from that. Something about that one, spirit of it really got me. But Well You Needn't with Coltrane from that same compilation that I had with Coltrane and Coleman Hawkins also when Art Blakey on drums also got me. Well, Cedar Walton was an extremely erudite, amazing person to be around. Clifford Jordan was an extraordinary fount of wisdom. I spent a little time around him. Cecil Taylor, who's a polymath and will take you in all sorts of directions that you wouldn't think of. Anthony Braxton is amazing. I mean, Muhal Richard Abrams, Steve Coleman is a very interesting if someone's music is particularly idiosyncratic and learned and polymath, then it's probably a reflection of their personality being that way. That seems like a cliche until you start to get to know the people, and then you realize the truth of the cliche.